What if I told you some of the thoughts that hurt you the most aren't actually true? That's a dangerous idea because a single thought can ruin your entire day. One unread message, and suddenly you think something is wrong. One mistake, and you start questioning yourself. One bad moment, and your brain starts turning a single event into a story about who you are. But here's the scary part. Most negative thoughts don't feel like opinions. They feel like facts. And that's exactly why they're so powerful, because when your brain mistakes a thought for reality, you stop seeing what's actually happening and start believing what's only happening inside your head. Today, you'll discover 3 mental traps your brain mistakes for reality, and once you see them, you'll never look at your thoughts the same way again. Trap 1. The worst-case scenario trap. Imagine getting a message that says, "We need to talk." That's it. No explanation, no details. And within seconds, your brain starts filling in the blanks. Something must be wrong. Maybe they're upset. Maybe you've made a mistake. Maybe bad news is coming. Notice what happened. Your brain didn't choose the most likely explanation. It chose the most threatening one because your mind evolved to detect danger before opportunity. Thousands of years ago, that instinct helped humans survive. Today, it often creates fear long before there's anything to fear. Your brain thinks it's protecting you, but many times, it's only predicting a disaster that never arrives. Trap 2. The mind-reading trap. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to assume you know what other people are thinking? Someone gives a short reply. Someone seems distracted. Someone doesn't respond the way you expected. And suddenly, your mind creates a story. They don't like me. I must have said something wrong. They're judging me. The problem is that your brain hates uncertainty, and when information is missing, it would rather invent an answer than admit it doesn't know. Unfortunately, those invented answers are often negative. You're not reading minds. You're reading your fears. Trap 3. The one mistake trap. Imagine making one mistake, one awkward comment, one bad decision, one failed attempt. For a moment, something goes wrong, but then your brain does something dangerous. It treats a single event like evidence that you're not smart enough, not capable enough, not good enough. One mistake becomes proof of a larger story. But that's not reality. A mistake is something you did. It is not who you are. The moment your identity becomes attached to every failure, negative thoughts become much harder to escape. Here's the truth. Negative thoughts aren't powerful because they're always true. They're powerful because they feel true. And those are two very different things. The next time a negative thought appears, pause for a moment and ask yourself, am I looking at reality? Or am I looking at one of my brain's traps? Because the moment you stop treating every thought like a fact, you create space between yourself and the story in your head. And in that space, you gain something most people never realize they have. A choice. The choice to question the thought instead of automatically believing it. Here's the challenge. For the next 24 hours, every time a negative thought appears, don't immediately believe it. Question it. Test it. Ask yourself, do I have evidence? Or am I falling into a mental trap? And if you've ever caught your mind doing this, let me know in the comments. And if you want more psychology that helps you understand how your mind really works, subscribe to Brain Unlocked. Because sometimes changing your life doesn't start with changing your circumstances. It starts with changing the stories your brain tells you.